Moro moro. Sori, et kesti. Piti hotkia vähän tiramisua nopeasti välipalaksi. Miksi toi mun chattilaatikko ollenkaan? Vai onks mä vaan ollut sokea? Toimi. Alright. Se on vaan niin nopee. Pitää kattoo onks kamera ja chatti oikees paikkaa tätä peliä varten. No mutta sehän me nähdään kun aloitetaan. Te ette nyt näe, mutta kaikista vasein on Thinker. Extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. Meitsi. Sensitive, very psychological, a magnetic personality, but unstable. Edelleen, meitsi. Might begin to lose his mind. I can relate. Extremely physical, interacts with the world through his body, gets things done, dumb as a rock. Nyt ei ihan löytynyt omaa arkkityyppiä. Jaksas me tehdä omaa? Ei me jakseta tehdä varmaan omaa. Niin tääkin on kyllä dumb as a rock. Otetaan tää. Tää on hyvä. The furries are at home.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby.
Simply keep on non-existing.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing. Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me.
Do you really?
I do. Don't be naive, of course not. I want to sail the inky blackness until forever ends.
Alright, nothing down to fuck all, Borough.
Look, I am tired of being this type of animal, and who gives a shit?
Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal are over.
Don't stop, keep singing. Sing me the song of death.
The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meet around you. A sensation.
Muutama.
Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to
Mulla tulee
it.
kurkku kipeäksi pelkästään
The
kuuntelusta.
limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
Mother, help me! There's head attached to my neck and I'm in it.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Siis onks tää tämmönen perus lauantai-aamu, heräät krapulasta, eikä pitää käydä neuvottelu ton Lizard Brainin kanssa. Pikkuhiljaa lähtee herättelee raajan raajalta. Who am I? What sort of creature does this to their own mouth?
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Somehow, you know what it is. A Caprice Canema motor carriage.
Medium success. Oh yeah. Ai vitsi, mieskauneutta parhaimmillaan. Hei, kameralle. Minkälaista viina sä hapsit? Ja tää ei oo edes meidän hima. Ihan ensimmäisen kylpyy. Oh. Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. You see bottles in the bathtub. Wine, beer and sweet liquors. Mun mielestä tässä oli oikea kikkakaan, joo. Tuolta joku meni. Valkoisessa paidassa jotain statteja.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Was this not the same Elo that founds empires and lays waste to cities?
On tästä just koska laitettiin paita päälle.
The little things? Probably not, no. Hot water sprays from the faucet's base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the vague impression of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Wipe the mirror.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror.
Let's just get it over with. Wipe the mirror.
Behold.
Behold.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
I'm a superstar. This is the face of a late-stage alcoholic.
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I'm not making it, the face is making it
Please
itself.
stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
No.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Superstardom. It's an expression of pain.
You are correct.
Huh? Electrochemistry encyclopedia. Formidable. Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression. Impossible. Attempt to stop the expression from happening.
It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species.
Oh,
Things were
God.
good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened.
Disco.
For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume le Million. If it doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right. Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
The expression. Why did I drink myself into oblivion?
You have some understanding of the near history of disco. The rest is darkness. Aside from the useless fact that the motor carriage outside was a caprice cinema. Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains.
I feel the need to add a clicking sound when I make it. Click, click.
The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume le Million's regional mega hit, Don't Worry, Your Pretty Little Head. Some 20-odd years. There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you, or anyone. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic. It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return.
Toi ei kyllä onnistunut. Aita. Moraali. No ei ole hirveän korkea. Motivation. Oi voi. Wall of text. Mitä? Temporary research bonus. -6 logic head in the clouds. Research time. Mut hetkonen, tästä tulee niinku debuffi. Mut sit jos tää aika kuluu, niin sit me saadaan tästä ehkä jotain, niin 0%. Okei. Nyt meidän logiikka on palasina vähän aikaa. Jees. Oh no. Näkyykö meillä jossain jotain skillpoja? Onks noin meidän skillpoja? Eikö se on tolleen? Okei. Joo. Toi motoriksi. Tää on kyllä... Vaikuttaa hämärältä peliltä. Cool for thinkers, historians, trivia freaks. Mä ostin tän jossain vaiheessa. Tää oli jossain alennuksessa.
This fan has two
Yksi kaveri
pillars.
pelasi ja sit joku oli silleen, että voisiko se striimata joskus, sit mä ostin tää jostain alesta jollain suht halvalla.
A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Savoir faire.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. A terrible mistake.
Oh.
Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. The lights are off. The blades come squeaking to a halt. The switch must be broken because nothing happens. The air in the room is starting to feel like vaporized urine.
Housut. Ei kai me housuja. Disco ass blazer. Esprit de corps. Tulee näitä statteja, mitä mulla ei mitään hajua, mitä ne tekee. Inland Empire. What? Mitä on Inland Empire? Hunches and gut feelings. Dreams in waking life. Selvä. Entäs tää? Connection to Station 41. Understand cop culture. Mikä tää oli? Sneak under their noses. Stun with immense panache. No, laitetaan housut jalkaan. Flare cut. Onks nois... leveät lahkeet.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring.
Tässä koko pelissä
No
vähän
one is
semmonen
etched on it.
lisko meno.
The door. The Whirling in Rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented by dock workers.
Hirveä fiksu kaveri. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. No miksi me sitten... Mihin se meni? Ei mihinkään. Empty cassette. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. Someone. Reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. Okei. Mitäs tästä toimii? Eikö tää on empty? Mietit. Menisi kengät jalkaan, mutta se olikin vasta kenkä. Left foot. Find the other shoe. Quest for the shoe.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I break it?
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Wait, what am I doing? Assess the size of the
It is
impact.
too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist.
Pullo.
The single green shoe you found fits the hole
Ah.
almost as well as your
Tai sit se
foot.
on se meidän toinen
It would
kenkä.
have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
Maybe it wasn't me. I should go and get that shoe.
Cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
Täällä on näitä jotain täskejä. Siis tää legit alkaa, me ollaan joku etsivä ja nyt me etsitään meidän toista kenkää. Two shoes are better than one. Unite them again. Rahaa. Smell of the sea. Yes, nyt on molemmat kengät. Mitä stattia nää pilaa noin paljon? Niin sanotaan sniikkaamista.
There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin. Reunited on your feet. Like two baby crocodiles.
How do they fit?
Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
A gust of briny wind washes over you. Hei, meillä ei ole pää enää kipeä. March. The year is 51. Lohdu Uhu Reservation.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Miss Orange, disco dancer.
Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Aika
The
tarkka
silver
arvio.
jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
Officer.
No.
Wait, I know. I'm a businessman with a business plan.
The young woman shakes her head slowly. Officer could be an artistic statement, a claim to official renown.
It's too wild. Chief Technical Officer. Disco artist called the officer.
No, you're a police officer, sir.
You are shitting me.
I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
Well, hello there.
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Joo, siis ne äänet päässäsi. Kun kuuluu miesääni, niin se on vain ääni päässä. Ja täällä on useampi ääni päässä. Musta tuntuu, että tässä on se peruskertoja, kenen kanssa tää käytetään sisäistä monologia. Mutta sitten täällä meidän hahmolla oli vielä se tietokirja, mikä kertoo meille fun facteja kaikesta mahdollisesta. Niin meillä on niinku ilmeisesti, ja sitten siinä heti alussa me puhuttiin eka meidän jonkun liskoaivon kanssa, ja sitten me puhuttiin meidän raajojen kanssa, tai meidän niinku, ruumiosen kanssa tai jotain. Eli siis tavallaan suuri osa on ollut sisäistä dialogia tähän mennessä. Who in the right mind would let me be an officer of the law? I don't remember being a cop.
Could it be because of the drinking?
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
Ja sulta tulee mainoksia. Ja niin siinä on se aloitusmainos, mistä mä en pääse eroon. Mä saan niistä aina sentin per striimi. 100 striimiä, niin saa euro. She looks tired. Try the expression on her. Let her know you want her. Physically. Very low. Ei taida onnistu.
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
0% chance. Red chance. Eikö nyt se on, eikö niin 3%? Ei.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you've said the words a million times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Yes?
Yes. Bless me. Your room is almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music. I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
Loud disco music.
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
OO were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course, like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
It mostly just gets hard, doesn't it? Eh, we go on all right.
I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, disco stopped, and there was a change of pace. A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while.
Laskuhumalavaihe.
We were yelling along to it.
Was I singing this?
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also
What else?
that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
When you say wounded, do you mean that in a cool way, like a wild beast?
Yes. It was very cool.
It's impossible to say whether she's being sarcastic or really means it.
Meidän retoriset taidot ei riitä.
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
That's so me.
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Was there anything
There was.
else?
I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Just.
You're in a hostel, sir.
Hostelli.
We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
Reachel forever.
Forever and ever.
And ever and ever, out of the corner of your eye, you see the hair on the back of your hand standing on end. It
Shivers.
feels as though low-grade lightning is coursing through you. You must be hypersensitive from the hangover.
The dock workers are pretty cocky,
Se oli kans
thinking
semmoista,
they're
joo.
police enough. At least here on the
Noin
coast.
kaikkia
You
tästä
can't say
ottelee.
about the
Siis
rest of
jos
the
ne on
city.
tälleen värillä ja sitten tässä on tää rolli, että se heittää noin opat, niin sitten aina tietää, että se on joku niistä. Yksikään tämmönen ei vielä feilannut, niin mä oon vähän ihmetellyt, että miten tässä voi käydä tälleen.
It's 51.
It's 51. What century?
The current century?
What's that?
Centuries don't have numbers, they have names. And this is the current one. Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir. You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization.
Okay, you can go.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Otetaan sen reiki tosta. Nice long stub. Still smoking. Yes, rööki. Se jätti meille jämät. Eikö me saada poimia niitä siitä? Jämä pohjat pere. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper, Trump Le Monde. Onkohan tää joku kanadalainen? Summer door closed for the winter. Fair enough. This is where the lyrics would be. Karaoke.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast oceanic soul.
Oh, so. My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover.
Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard through a PA system. By other people.
By other people. What should I sing?
You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
Of course. They'll really get a gauge on my soul with that one.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic small church
Musta tuntuu, että tää on jo vähän laukalta tää touhu.
No one. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs.
Cascade. Sing karaoke. Saatiin uusi tehtävä. Me pitää korjaa meidän rulla, että me voidaan laulaa se karaokas. The one upstairs is destroyed.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk.
Meidän empatia ei riittänyt. Look at the stuffed bird.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall.
Sale meidän hajottama.
This is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now.
Kiitos Encyclopedia.
The small steel tag says as much. The great skua. Stegoarius skua.
Look, your buddy is over there.
Looks at the doors where a man in bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the
Why
floor.
don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Ei ruveta haastaa riitaa. Monday. A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today starts in man's handwriting. Water cooler. Kitchen reserved. Soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. Mikä tää on? Nusafed. Healing item. Okei. Okay. Kolikkoi. Mess hall reserved for union members.
Hello, sweetie.
Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Aha.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is
Kim
tapping his
Kitsuragi.
foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Shake his hand.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Invent a name for yourself.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath.
Kuka miettii
You're 2
nimeä
steps
tolleen?
closer to it. but there are still many to go.
Se oli success. Häh? It is not yet time.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I am aware I'm a policeman.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
What? Huh? Dead body?
Mm-hmm.
Vähän kiusallista. Look, man, you know, yeah.
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree, where it has been hanging for 7 days straight.
Mulla on ollut
We
kiireitä.
should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
But I can't
I
remember.
can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
How can you be so sure I'm from the
I was
police?
sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back.
Se on toi valkoinen laatikko. Ok.
I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is, he's not from the Rat Squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
Rat Squad.
No need for derogatory terms. They're only doing their job.
He
Okay.
nods.
Let's get
After
going.
you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence.
Yes, yes.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Kiitos tutorial-agentti.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He
Unimpressive.
drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You're...
Yes.
Aha. Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
Harbinger of ruin. What is gold and orange like a forest fire but smells like liquor?
Are you kidding me? It's you. It's obviously you. You smell like liquor. And you're orange.
See? Everyone agrees it's your color scheme. We're on the right track with this name thing.
Is this what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
Smart
You said
guy.
you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here.
Mä oon vaan töissä
I'm
täällä.
not going to start working
Klassikko.
here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
No, I'm good.
His face expresses profound doubt in your having this. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use.
Mä en tiedä kuinka paljon tässä
more
oikeasti
sinister
kannattaa kuunnella tätä omaa sisäistä
vice
ääntä.
versa.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco-Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind.
Mä en tiedä kuin
5th
siisti
century style.
perkki tää encyclopedia on.
And the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and
Pitää
carried
luottaa
guns.
itsensä. Kova
But
luotto.
first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
Kyllä mulla musta tuntuu, että tää, niinku, sen koko nimijupakan jälkeen niin mä en enää luota tähän meidän sisäiseen ääneen. Musta tuntuu, että se vaan koettaa johdatella meitä johonkin hulluuden rajamaille.
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching. The locals, the customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
Did you kill him? Ehkä ei meidän tarvitse kysyä tuota.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
She went away because none of your business.
No itse asiassa.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Jos se on se, joka sanoi sen syy ja lähti yhtäkkiä meneen, niin...
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Hä?
Thank you.
Se pyysi sen puhelinnumeroon ja sitten se lähti haneen. Kukken. You look fine, we should go out sometime. Nope. Pakkaa laukut, muuttaa eri kaupunkiin.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
This stuff gets on my nerves. I'm a feminist. Everything has something to do with everything.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
I guess that's all.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
Häh? 42% chanssi sniikkaavit. I don't owe you shit.
Oh, you don't owe me shit. Well, officer, you're right. You don't owe me shit, you owe me money.
We do not need to assert ourselves here. We only need instructions from him. This is the proprietor, remember?
No, he called me a what?
You know, I get this all the time. Some hobo comes in here or some backpacking arsehole off the boat. The next day, when they can't make
backpackerit.
their fees,
Nyt
they
on
get
travellerit.
aggressive. I just never thought I'd be in this shit with a cop. Please, just give me the money.
What exactly is money? You're under arrest.
Let's see. 3 nights at a
Koko
tariff of
selkään,
20
jep.
real comes to 60 real.
Minne tuuli
Then
tuuli
there's the window you
kuljettaa.
annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
But what exactly is money?
What are you, brain damaged?
Actually, I might
Money
be.
is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
Proceed and show him the coins you found. Is this money?
Yes, it is. No, you see, that's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than the real. I'm not even going to take this. Come back when you have 130 real.
The cafeteria manager stands silently, looking at the coppers on the counter before him. Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have.
Okei, siis tää meidän sisäinen ääni on niin vahvasti meidän puolella, että tätä ei oikeasti kannata kuunnella ihan liikaa. Darkness rides, pick up the coin.
It does, doesn't it?
Ei voi.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you are better off
Ilta
working
palaa.
from home for now.
Nyt jo.
You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
Fuck this place. I don't have a home. I don't remember where my home
Officer,
is.
you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them. Ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started.
Iltapala. Tupla-iltapalat. We've had one, yes.
Good
But
luck.
what about a second?
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before?
Nyt meidän oma ääni
You
kyselee
had to
meiltä,
be
että missä me
somewhere.
asutaan. Marvel Hill.
Why did you say that?
These are just synapses firing. Doesn't mean anything.
You don't really know, do you?
I don't.
Something produced by the random firing of synapses doesn't sound like a place you can stay if you run out of money.
I live in a dumpster. Fuck everything. Hobo cop.
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages.
Voiko tämänkin aloittaa? Voi! Mut mitä tää tekee meille? Ungainly and rambling. Temporary research bonus. Mitä tää tekee? Cop and a hobo. Hobo cop. Upsides. Can be disheveled. Doesn't have to wash. Carries himself with lurched gusto. Hobo cop doesn't need anyone or anything. No one can kick you out because you don't have a home. Never pay rent again. Never again here. You're drunk. Why did you even come here, Harry? Go home. Downsides. Are there any? I mean, seriously, give me a one. Joo. Selvä. Eikö näette te vähän tuon chatin alta? Laula karaokea. Vai ruumis. Raportoi virkamerkin hukkuminen. Soita Silvielle. Maksa raha. Ja sitten me näettiin varmaan tuo ruumis, koska se taisi olla nyt se prioriteetti numero 1.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets.
Karaoke on kyllä ykkösprio. Best.
Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals.
Se on niinku real time. Eihän real time. Tää Jyrkin takana menee tämmönen peliaikakello. Wait, where do I get a such crown?
It comes free with a 6-pack of Vermilion Roy d'Or. The words Roy d'Or are stamped into the crown's plastic.
The idea of a king and a century gone is pretty
The
fascinating.
sentiment is called anti-centennial nostalgia, pining for a time before the turn of the century. It's common even now, after 50 years.
Short on money, equip. Mitä? Tuolla olisi kaikkea mielenkiintoista, mutta mä luulen, että tää oli se, mihin meidän piti mennä.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Visual calculus. Reconstruct the movement.
The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of burnt rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there, and then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager. The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building. Before heading south, must have been in a hurry.
A car drove through the fence.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage-friendly city.
Is this connected to the case?
I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With a jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went.
If you find the time.
I
Think I got it. No, Mitä tää muksu tekee täällä?
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Oho. Get an exact count.
Maybe more than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Yksi kerrallaan, no
One.
niin, let's go.
Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46.
Which is it?
You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41. Impossible to tell.
Male or
Could also
female?
have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped.
I'm pretty good at this.
You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms.
Se on varmaan sit kantanut tota ruumesta.
8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many?
400 million. 8.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
Way off. Way.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Light step, number 1 shoe.
Woman or a kid? Understood. Anything else? 200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
Yes.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Maybe it was a giant.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows. Even easier to carry on a stretcher or between 2 men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see? Interesting. Let's name it the
Odd soul.
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
Krumpali.
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer.
Ehkä me ollaankin.
Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the
Tässä
quota.
on ollut viikon noin jäljet ja nyt me ollaan silleen, että joo, tässä oli tasan 8 tyyppiä. Kova luotto.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fit so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy. The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself.
Either way. What else?
Been through all of it. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes. Hey. Muksu.
Kuno's got this.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness. Like a
Reilu.
gremlin.
Oh yeah, nappa gumpy Kuno.
Napa kymppi. Ollaanpa, tässä oli jotain suomalaisia tekemässä?
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Juicy, what now?
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno. Kuno's riding at sea. The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno. The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Tää ei vaikuta hirveän fiksuilta. I'm not an ark.
The fuck are you talking about? He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
What? N.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
The body.
Shitload pig. What's your question? Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions.
Like a cop.
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
Down the road.
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional. I don't know. Some fucking Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
Night
There is
City.
no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
Why you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You haven't been where Kuno's been. You haven't been in Kuno's head. You wanna know where Kuno was? You wanna know what Kuno's been fucking up to? Don't tell him that, Kuno. It's lame. It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno's city. Night City. Rage City. The City of Rage. That's it. And it's not lame. Lame.
Lame.
That's the name of Kuno's city, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that.
It's impossible to deduce what it is about, at least for the moment. If it's important, it'll come up later. Focus on the case.
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno. Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
Päkäri. Oi voi. Ketkäs tän oli tehnytkään? Sitä ne ei sit ollut sit sensuroinut.
Kuno's fucking. Kuno uses the fucking for target practice.
Fuck Gimp.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popo phone. You're testing Kuno's patience here. Get lost. Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. fuck do you want with it?
Estonian novelist. Käyttää suomenkielisiä kirosanoja.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno's Kuno, pig?
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
The fuck are you calling a third person? Kuno's the fucking first person?
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
Help! He's digging his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Pigs in here in Kuno! Somebody, please!
What?
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason.
Don't punch him. It's a bad idea.
Look.
For emphasis, a ghost is saying this. A shit-eating psychopathic ghost with an ace up his sleeve.
I know you wanted to hit me. You got that I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look that Kuno's dad gets. The murder look.
The rage.
The rage look.
Ei näillä ei oo sukunimeä. On vaan Kuno ja Kuno S.
Relax. He can't read your mind. He doesn't know you were thinking that. There's a dead body, remember? That's what you were doing here. You're a cop on a case.
Can you read my mind, Kuno?
I can. Kuno can smell that violent shit. I know what you were thinking. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up. I'm gonna shut his shit down. You know what? You should have hit the Kuno, because now you're nothing. You're a joke to Kuno. Kuno laughs at you. King Kuno!
Kuno turned you into his prison, bitch! You're gonna be in this shit with Kuno!
No, you're
Prison
not.
bitch.
We can just leave.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever!
The people-headed critter.
A peepo is a type of hat, by the way.
Nice peepo.
You don't talk to me about my fucking peeper! You don't know where I come from! You're just Kuno's bottom bitch!
Okay, Kuno is kind to his bitch. Ask your questions, but remember, this changes shit.
Click, 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 click!
Goes the little people-wearing asshole behind the fence. Ois tarvinnut hyvät legendaariset empatiataidot, mutta niitä ei nyt löydy.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes.
The
The
hanged
face
man.
around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth.
Nom.
You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna blow, Kuno!
3% ei tänään onnistuu.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth. More instant. and more
Legendaarinen
familiar than
failure.
Anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Let it out. Muuten ei olis mut krapula.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach.
No nyt on parempi olo.
The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
Fucking corpse.
Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't...
He points to the greenhouse.
There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Pretty clever.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Kiitos tutoriaaliagentti. Get him in the deck. Raha.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash
The
container.
body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
Yes. The letter R wears a crown. On the ribbon below, a light above descending. Voidaan puhua tälle erikseen.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Take one step
Looks like
closer.
it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in. I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
I come from the woods, good David. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Please.
Don't be
Drinker.
traumatizing here. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Average tanilainen roadman. Kyttää vittu. Child, converse with me.
What's this kid shit? Fucking mind games.
Get the fuck out of here.
So it's a girl. Interesting.
Interesting. Kyttää vittu.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What is this?
Nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Glad you asked. When junior researcher Olari Tal invented Eternite in the Vatna Polytechnic Institute
Hei, tulihan
some
näitä
30 odd
virolaisiakin
years ago,
nimiä.
he thought it would last forever. Hence the name, Eternite. Sadly, the only lasting thing turned out to be the material's highly carcinogenic effect. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly.
Ooh.
There it is. You see a shabby...
Salaovi.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Let's investigate. Hyvä kun ne latausruudut on niin nopeita, niin sit mä en kerkeä lukea noita tippejä, mitä tossa. Hei, tuolla on varmaan meidän ammonia. Magnesium. Magnesium supplement. You rub on your chest to live happy magnesium rich life. Selvä. Silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
Sweet!
The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Siis tää on kunnon tämmönen tää sisäinen monologi on niinku... Tää on vaan tämmönen kunnon demoni, joka houkuttelee pahoille teille. I was thinking about justice. I've heard amphetamines make you a really good detective. Are you a really good detective?
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Mitä, eiks huumeet kiinnosta? Häh? Get out of the way or get fucked up. Eikö se ole vaan rahaa? Oho. Tää lähti nyt. Mikä täällä on? Postcard. Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. Lisää rahaa. Mehän kohta voidaan maksaa meidän velat jo. Pääseekö tonne estestä?
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
It's a cop's cloak.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Siinä voi käydä huonosti. Joo. Mä luulen, että se epäonnistuu.
Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. And you've climbed way too high up there.
Moral... What?
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. What
Mitä?
are the noble intentions you once had as a police officer? It's eating them all up now.
Vetääks tää
You're
joku...
still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
What? I'm done. No one even likes... seriously running out of shits to give.
I don't dispute that you have been charged with protecting the people of a particularly challenging district. But poverty does not make one a loser. Poverty is just poverty.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman."
Huoltiinko me just?
When asked to comment,
Niinku.
former colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. It's because the Furrows lost that match, said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. It's because he couldn't get a big gun from acquisitions, and anyway, police work really burns you out after a while, Satellite Officer Jean-Vic Mayer, the deranged former cop's partner, commented. Sergeant Matt Torson, another former colleague, did not propose any theories, merely saying, whatever happened to him wasn't about birds. He got fucked, that's all.
Wasn't about birds. Se oli siinä. Paljon meillä meni progressia tossa? Jaa.
What do you see?
Okei, tää on niinku käyty. Entäs tää muksunkaan juttelu?
Kuno's got this.
Ei, tää koko homma pitää naputella uusiksi. Wow! Mä yritin hakea sen rotsi, mä yritin hyppää siitä yli. Se ei suostunut hyppää sen yli, sillä meni moraali. Sitten mä en tajunnut käyttää tätä moraalilääkettä, kun mä ajattelin, että... En mä oikein ajatellut, mä ajattelin, että ei tässä vielä mitään. Sitten vaan tuli semmonen pimeysvaltas ja sitten tää äijä oli vaan silleen vittu fuck it all ja... Sitten se oli siinä.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it.
Mutta tässä on quick save-nappula, niin mä rupean nyt sit jatkossa spämmiä sitä.
Like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, nappa gumpy, Kuno! Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him!
Love it in the dick.
Love
Paul
it.
is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Tää on vetänyt niitä amfetamiineja.
The kid is obviously high.
Stop getting high at my crime scene.
Fuck that! Kuno, yeah!
Shit.
The rake, Kuno! You should
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a guy.
We shouldn't do any. You will see.
The language these kids are using.
Pure
Pure unfettered
unfettered.
id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
Fuck no. Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Fuck.
Fast. This kid has got street smarts.
Street smarts. Ei kiinnosta.
This trash container is locked. The body is downwind from here.
We could try using, or we could ask.
He might all.
Ai niin meillä on oksennettukaan vielä.
The corpse look. You seem to be. A cargo belt twists his neck.
Activity.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow Kuno!
The smell is repulsive.
Bleh.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out until the smell of Commodore Red rises.
Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. There is freight. There's a greenhouse here.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a mod.
Yes, yes.
An inconspicuous, it's nothing. So glad you asked. When Junior, because there's a secret door, there it is. You see a shabby little door.
Menee paljon nopeammin kuin kerran olen käynyt, eikä kuuntele kaikkea höpötystä, mitä tulee.
What is this then?
Hetkonen. Noi etenee tuolla. Mitä tuo tarkoittaa, kun tossa niinku... No joo. Hop hop. Niin mä yritin hakea tota rotsia, hyppää tosta kielekkeen yli ja sit se oli vaan silleen ei. Ja sit siinä kävi huonosti. Mä spämmin kyllä ihan liikaa tota quicksavea. Uudestaan.
Looks like someone left his... When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see...
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the... You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some tracking.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020
Kvalsund. Motherfucker, now that's a huge crane.
Is it? Kvalsund makes a lot of heavy equipment, but this is phenomenal, even for them. But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here. The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it? Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2-meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind.
Just ei kyllä hirveän hyvä.
Its pockets may hide.
What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industrial harbor. They're bound to have information for us. I thought that was our intention. Or it could be that we are just exploring.
Yes. Täältä ei nyt vissiin. Pääse juuri mihinkään. Vai nyt tohon vai ihmetellä tota?
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
No, I'm just a regular detective, thank you very much. Of course, detective. Swift justice. Don't worry, we don't have to investigate every trace of narcotics.
Yeah, swift, lightning justice. Faster, harder, justicer.
But that there was an interesting find. An alternative path into the harbor that the kid uses.
Well done, yes. Mut me käytiin siellä jo. Hetkonen. Ei mitään uutta. Eikö nyt me oksennettiin tohon jo?
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
No kyllä nyt on. Whirling in rags. Who the same? If you had a bag. Pulloa roskiksesta. Onks tää nyt se meidän gardener? Fuck the po-po! The street name is illegible.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all. Of course. What can I help you with?
My partner told me you may have ammonia. Can I have some?
Sure, I'm done with it.
Aha, se vaan
Oh,
antoi sen
easy on
meille.
that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. Excuse me? Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. Okay.
Okay.
Since the street sign's messed up? Okay. What do you need?
Where am I?
What do you mean? Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This
He knows
No.
where we are. He just wants directions.
Just kun mä... What is in the west?
It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach. Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably. Just coast. There's a little
Rantaa,
fishing
rantaa,
village there,
rantaa.
and a fish market, but that got closed down ages ago. The harbor gates.
What's in the east?
Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store too. There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really. No problem.
Thank you.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Okay.
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
No tämähän nyt on ystävällinen kaveri. Tää antaa meille vaan kaikki mitä me pyydetään. Voidaan me laittaa ne... Voidaan. Yes! Tutkijan hanskat. Housut tekee meistä alttiimman amfetamiinille. Koska totta kai. Voidaanko me nyt hypätä? Ai hanskat kädessä. En mä usko. Siihen tarvittiin sitä jotain muuta taitoa. Se oli jotain... Oliko se interfacingi? Ei kai. Mä luulen, että se oli... En kyllä tiedä. Eikö? Keltaisilla hanskoilla voi tehdä ruumiin avauksen tälle ruumiille.
There he still is, looking right through you.
Mikä tää?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The
Niin me tarvitaan varmaan...
dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Varmaan tarvitaan... Ootas. Hallinnetaan. Näkyyks meillä se... Ampoule of ammonia. Mä vaan mietin, että jos... Tän niinku kokeilee tehdä. Niin meneeks toi?
There he still is, looking right.
Item
Ammonia
lost.
only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in one. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Nor does the wind right now. I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for
En mä nyt
hours.
kuollut mihinkään.
You are facing tough
Mä vaan
odds.
oksensin.
Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
Vai tuuko se tänne striimiin aina ja sit me lainataan samassa? Joo, sitä oli toinen oksennus. Me kokeiltiin tehdä tää uudelleen, mutta...
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough. I think I've lost my sense of smell.
A white lie.
Not being hungover helps too.
Todellakin.
That's probably a good idea. Clear our heads. But Beef, you need to get your shit together.
Juu. Yes.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
Volumetric shit compressor. What?
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Mikä ajatus me saatiin? Tästä ei edes tuu mitään. Tää on aika nopea. Your shit is apart, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. To achieve a solid level of shit compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the two hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that will help. Get your shit together. Equip and complete a volumetric shit compressor thought. Acquire copy of the city map. Niin toi on savoir faire, mikä oli challenging. Mutta jos me otetaan kengät pois jalasta, niin sit meillä on paremmat chanssit onnistua tossa. Ja, mutta ehkä meidän ei tarvi save skummaa tossa. Tää vaikuttaa siltä, että se voi tehdä. Plus me ei kuoltu, niin kaikki on ihan fine. Eiks tää ollut sen auto?
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and
Striimataan.
waterproof, bearing the number 57.
Kyllä ärhäkän näköinen kone.
Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
Pull out the pull-out toolbox. Pick up the radio.
The tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves
Tässä mainio
cast
rakentaa
far
autoja.
and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Lieutenant.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Just be confident.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio
Siis
station
täällä on tämmösiä niinku... Tää menettää huomionsa ihan jatkuvasti. Ignore Alice and press the button labeled saved.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in, over.
The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over. 10-18, state your message, sir.
I need to financial assistance.
10-9, over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen.
Hei, meidän nimi.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not
Aye.
your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend
Selvä.
yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Mm-hmm.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your
Leveli.
misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge.
He lost his goddamn fucking
Joo, joo.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for captains.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too. Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun, too.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
I don't have my gun.
No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
Mikä tää Half-Light on? Kyllä.
10-9, come in officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Onnistu.
Even before you get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
72% onnistuminen. Yhden pääs.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his phone, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun, not his fun. Just
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over. He says he doesn't.
Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh my, I can't.
Me piti vaan soittaa. Joo.
This isn't really a laughing matter. Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself, but Disco hit made him piss his pants. I can't. Fuck. He lost his. Ask him if he still got his wiener.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Thorson here is wondering if you are still in
Thorson.
possession of your genitalia. Over. That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized your mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday. Sure, her vanilla waffles were the only thing he... Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. Tell him to apologize.
Sergeant Thorson requests...
Tää lähti vähän laukalle tää keskustelu.
...you made about his mother. Over.
Over.
Mac, he says you shouldn't have antagonized the firewalker in the first place.
Who?
Who?
Satellite Officer V. I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater, sir.
Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that
Mikähän on siellä Rotsin taskussa?
Satellite Officer V. 10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm.
Oh, God,
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over.
Lähettäkää rahaa.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. He says he's in trouble. Doesn't have a place to sleep.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before sundown then.
Tulee kiire.
Said. Anything else, sir? Over. Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
Huh?
Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Niin me voitais kysyä.
That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over.
What? What is it?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force. Tell him to stop waiting.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Oh, cool.
10-4. Your address?
Hold up, Jules. He doesn't fucking know where he lives?
Seems like it, sir.
No, fuck him. Don't tell him anything.
Mitä?
Understand? He's been hellbound for the gutter. Let him have it.
Sorry, sir. Anything more I can do for you? Over. 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir.
Say my name.
Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner.
What? What is it?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's...
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Ei millään halua. Eli sitten.
Sir, over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Sitten meidän pitää soittaa vielä sinne tolla.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is...
Sehän oli rakentava puhelinsoitto kotiin.
1944298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Hold on. Start slapping a marching rhythm
Give
on
it
your
a
thigh.
minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you.
Malaika.
Yes, hello?
Yes, hello.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
Have you seen my badge?
No, not me. No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse. No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know...
The Union would get angry.
Says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Uh-huh.
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the Dock Workers Union.
I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. With the Union. I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
Seuraava kyssäri.
You mean why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why not?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone. You know whom? What? No, why would you even think that?
Lähtikö se mua karkuun?
Please, don't bring Gar into this. It's none of your business.
God, why can't you just mind your own business? She mutters.
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
Ehkä se halusikin vaan mua karkuun.
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there again.
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Uh-huh.
Yes, you absolutely should. It's awful that you lost.
Menisin taas kuolla. Selvä.
I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things. Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun detective. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and... You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off them. You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out, off of that, people don't like that.
People don't like that.
I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall, painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains." Very nice visuals there.
Yeah.
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big butts cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask. I do hope so. Please don't call me again. Bye.
Lotto.
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like God. Trust me, you wouldn't want to be the guy here. You know how it is. Yak, yak, nag, nag. No, you're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster. What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. Can't a man be honest in his own head anymore? You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric
Kohta me kuollaan taas.
Tell it you've got everything under control. Then go and have a little boys' talk with God himself. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
You ain't.
You're just a gimp. What? You want to be more empathetic?
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
As always, it's DJ Mesh.
DJ Mesh.
And you're listening to Street Freaks FM, bringing you the hottest, the nastiest, the most vulgar.
A flock of seagulls takes off nearby,
Paras radiokanava.
roaring radio. Right away, the lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio. He's not looking at you as he says,
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe picked up a random frequency. You wanted a prime line, right? Oh, is that what it was called?
go for it. Turn the radio back on while it's still on the Speed Freaks FM.
Nothing to get into, really, but sure.
This is Precinct 57.
I'm done.
57's over.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio, a metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place.
Olisiko täällä
The
jotain
tools
työkalu?
inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
Pry bar, chain cutters.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand.
Snap, snap.
You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue.
Pöllitään kaikki.
Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook. you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation: we're not going anywhere right now. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. Your fingers waste no time closing around the handle. Clutch disengaged. Release the handle. Clutch drops. Right foot yearns for the familiar touch of the accelerator pedal. You have synced with the machine's mechanical circulation.
Where have you been? Ei, mitä?
Despair creeps into you.
Kuoliks mä oikeesti taas?
On your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eaten them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distrust and outrage.
Nothing you can say. Cop gives up the detective genre for social reasons.
Me meni koko toi. Joo! Totta. Onpas ärsyttävää.
There he still is, looking right. The ammonia the second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Nor does do. I've seen strong men turn them. I've seen then drive to the station. Maybe throw up. I think I've lost.
A white.
Not being hungover helps too. That's probably. You need to get your shit together. We should go talk.
You've gained a thought.
Give it half an hour. Get your.
Before you, vapor emanates. This must, in the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a scent of leather, a frequency, the soft purr.
Hello, Alice.
Operating the radio is easy. Under the green prime line.
10-2.
The man.
10-4. 10-18. 10-9. 10-4.
Is it him?
Says he lost.
You what? He look cool as Dick. Fuck, it's opposite.
Dick, defend yourself.
10-4. I.
Fuck me.
What's going on?
Super. He lost his badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
10-9.
New heights even. Ask him.
Sergeant Or.
Check your pockets. Check your. Okay.
10-9, coming officer. Did you get my question?
Lying? over the
He says he did.
Thank God, losing his badge.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over. Roger that. 10-10.
a metallic.
Take what you need.
The broad useful for open the handle. You can do this rope. Let's use the pull-out toolbox. A metallic drawer. The pull-out toolbox slides back into it. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone,
Quick,
a pull-out
mikä vittu
toolbox,
speedrun.
and the soft glow of the fuel preheater.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes.
Received.
Lieutenant,
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? No? Not me? No, sorry. I don't. People don't have...
so the Union.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later.
Yeah, go on. You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm...
Why not?
What? No, why would you even... Please, don't bring God...
God, why can't you just...
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. Yes, I...
This exact conversation has happened before.
You told me back in the whirling. Oh.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where you're...
Please, no. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was... You were waving at...
Oh, I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all up."
No, I didn't. It almost looked like you popped uniform. I
Disco
never saw you in any
things.
uniform. I do hope so. Please, don't call me.
Yes,
Oho.
you have obviously done something to upset her.
Tämähän muuttuu.
When she
Oksustriimi. Milloin perjantai-illan oksustriimi? Kovaa viinaa ja kovaa tyyliä ja kovaa oksua. Suomi-Twitchiä parhaimmillaan.
I'm not mad. It's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit. The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming,
Fuck that bird.
And laughing like a maniac.
It was not about the birds.
I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
I love birds. Bitch, bird got what was coming to her.
It was a pretty bird. There since I started working in whirling. I really liked her. We call her Scotty. Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
Ja me ollaan vielä pahempi.
Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now. We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody.
Sorry about the song.
To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about how you're actually a real cool guy, and no one understands.
Me kuollaan varmaan kohta uudelleen, kun tää saa jonkun...
The coolest guy in Jamrock. Something about disco, too. And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen.
Hey, police documents in the toilet.
I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself. The ones I had to wrench out of your toilet. Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do. Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine.
Something wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
Simply the worst. The great panic at the end. Don't you ever party?
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
What else did I sing besides the oh, I'm looking for a song?
Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. I like Guard. I really do. No, I was actually flattered. I've always liked him. It was just bad timing.
With the corpse and all.
That.
Yo.
There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side. The telephone cord coiled around her index.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So I left without explaining. I should have told him maybe. Okay, but...
Please don't mess it up.
Please don't take out your gun or something.
Mä en tiedä missä mun ase on.
All sorts of things. Some disco, rock too. So much disco and rock. Yes, that's the one you like to sing along to the most. The later it got, the more that one came on.
Interesting. You still have to find a copy though, before you can blast it. You hear a sigh.
Tämähän meni paremmin nyt tää toinen kerta.
Of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering.
Nyt me ei kosketa noihin, ettei me kuolla. Jep.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
Problem. Solution. Huh? All endurance and white checks unlocked. Learning gap for endurance raised to 4. Oh. Ei. Niin me saadaan nyt se. Joo. Pay for. Ask your station for additional funds. No ehkä me pitää tehdä toi. Joo. Meillä on ne työkaluja täällä. Level up. Mitäkään mä halusin nyt sit... niin totta, toi, että kuinka paljon noihin voi laittaa noita pojoja. Ja se määräytyy tän mukaan, tai sitten... Okei. Okay. Mut mitäköhän tästä on, jos mä levotan näitä, mitäköhän iloa siitä on? Kun toi varmaan menee aika usein läpi. Muutenkin. Pitäisikö tohon ottaa? Bonus from items -2. Varmaan tolla voidaan ehkä koittaa käydä hakea se rotsi itse asiassa. Accept changes and close. Niistä täällä on näitä. Meillä sitä fyysistä karttaa vielä. Eikä me nyt saadaan tää alas täältä. Koska me shit on together. Näköjään. +6. Shit compressed.
The body below is it. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it. It's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying flesh, tattoos and tendons.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Senhän pystyy niin, me voidaan niin leikkureen leikkaa toi. Totta. Mut me tarvitaan varmaan jotkut tikkaat.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Sabatons.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique, A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic.
Please. Thanks. Super useful to know.
It's clearly some manner of super armor. Or future armor. Super future armor. I'm useless.
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. Maybe he'll know something. No, he must have worn something precious underneath his clothes. They've removed all his clothes to get to it. They did not just strip him for the putrid rags. They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, basmati and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Fucking talking about underpants.
Clearly, Kuno would like to interject something here, but there's not enough for him to hold on to.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Too much, yes.
Pathetic. I need to hustle more and hate less.
The lieutenant nods, wiping his finger on his sleeve.
That's for us to find out. Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own assumptions. Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony, perhaps. If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Good. Can you read it to me?
X5415 6745 678222. Let's lie.
Miksi mä haluaisin... Hold up. The worlds are in the shape of a letter. Niin, toi on se oikein ja toi on valhe.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal! What's wrong with you, asshole?
I don't know, baby. I don't know why he's such a...
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by putting on the deceased foot?
Erittäin hyvä kysymys.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo.
Tää on kyllä niin tärkeitä faktoja, mitä tää välillä luettelee täältä.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
My past has undergone total annihilation. Nothing remains. My mother, the love of my life. Certainly not a briefing.
Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get. I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
I have only a cursive knowledge of the science of cybernetics. I would not know if it were. But it's not quite complex enough, is it?
It doesn't seem familiar from the insides of any radio computer your mind can imagine. The somewhat organic lines remind you of old filament memory units, but not quite. No, you're nowhere near right.
So am I.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
Move up.
A sound,
Uh-huh.
a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it. It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. Here, a souvenir. Don't lose it.
Do not lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Ok, kiitos tutorial agent.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Onks tää white check on?
The corpse is dead silent. You have...
Who is he? He is male, 4250, with an athletic build.
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench, eyes like a shark. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
Nami. Nami. On kyllä äärimmäisen tarkkoja.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
Puoli kiloa paskaa.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Did we? I don't feel lucky. Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging. There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first. I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
I think he's dead.
I agree.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
Totally dead. Nope, better not to say that. Too heavy. Dead. What is dead anyway?
That sounds about right, yes.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's down.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt.
Niin, tässä
His
olisi ollut
torso
tää
covered in tattoos and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Mut siinä oli kyllä niin huono chanssi. Put skill points into Inland Empire. Ei taida olla vaihtoehto enää. Plus se on kyllä meillä niin muutenkin niin huono.
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
Yes.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Let's not do it.
Climb up there and saw the branch? There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Ne on kaikki ihan paskoja ideoita.
Someone else? You mean like the police?
Yes, exactly. Call the police.
Sadly, yes. The whole RCM is out there right now, doing the exact same thing we are. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast. I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt like chicken on a
We are not getting him down already. Not getting him down is a task that's already accomplished. Sadly, it's not our job to keep him up there, but to get him down.
How do you plan to get him down then? With social sensibility? Are you going to educate him down?
What?
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Kohta räjähtää meidän syliin tähän.
They'll miss. The pigs will miss, Kuno.
What's the worst thing that could happen?
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops.
En tiedä vielä sen sukunimeä, en mä puhunut sille.
Separates the scouring stick.
Se on selkeästi googletit se ja nyt se pitää selvittää.
Securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzleloader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fucking miss.
The trick voice is
Wow.
drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
a lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow Stess was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight.
Fucking idiot.
Mulkkupää.
Asshole.
Mulkkupää.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
Kuno's sorry too.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks.
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlike...
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
Ei meillä kyllä varmaan riitä.
Us shooting firearms like... Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
They only have one.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banani poika. Take it,
Banaani poika. Vittu nää. Mä en kestä tätä. Virolainen kiroilee suomeksi.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. You've held this, an A9 Armistice, before. At some point, it probably used to be your choice of firearm. It still feels comfortable, like you never laid it down.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground, and your...
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Close your left eye first. Tähtää kudassiin.
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers. Catch the slow movement of the branch in the wind, and your shoulders directing the gun sink up, dancing hypnotically.
Look, he's crying.
Kato.
You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty? Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
58. Onnistuu. Help.
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Communism.
Damn commies.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
You've been policed.
By being a damn good shot. Ace is high.
The Ace is High, a custom invented by the Aerostatic Brigades during the Revolution, is used to celebrate success in Revachon, especially in sports. The gesture is spread across the world, despite the defeat of the revolutionaries.
Slightly autistic and alcoholic detective.
You could add an Ace's Low to it, if you like, by turning your back after the high and waiting for another. The high arrives with a sharp slap as you turn around.
Kyllä niinku ihan kaikki asiat on kyllä kirjoitettu auki.
That low ain't gonna connect. Chill. It's gonna connect. But then it does.
Oh
With
yeah.
precision. The lieutenant is not one to leave an Ace's Low hanging.
I knew these guys were
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells. The fall seems to have released something deep inside it.
It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy. In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though. Or we could ask around for the representative of the logistics company. My initial information says the Wild Pines have sent some sort of strike negotiator to wrangle control back from Evrard.
Evrard.
You could ask the gardener for directions.
Gardener?
Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
No niin. Ja sit pitää tallentaa, koska mä en jaksa noita klikkailla uudelleen. Saadaanko me selvitettyä tän sukunimi?
Fuck does Kuno care? You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in? Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
You can't do that, Kuno. He's trying to fuck at you again.
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit. How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right? Oh, that. Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Demo tape.
What?
What is this shit? Fucking on yourself. This is weird level shit. Kuno doesn't go there.
Fuck your shit back to normal. What is this?
Well played. No one saw that coming.
No one saw that coming.
Is it? You got pretty fucked. Kuno's surprised you've still got your head after all that. Don't sweat it, drunk pig. Kuno will keep your nasty secrets. Kuno's not snitching.
He's saying you climbed up there. He probably saw you do it. Yet, that conclusively explains how the coke got up there.
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
You could use some.
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a bottle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
Hyviä nää äänet päässä. Houkuttelee pahoille teille.
Of course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the docky boys his gimps? Just gotta fly, pig. Not for you, pig. Kuno can't wait to see you get all scared and shit your pants.
Kuno can't wait to see you shit your fat pants.
That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy.
Just jump.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom. Kuno's Kuno, pig?
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Yeah, Kuno's in a fucking gang. In a bang gang.
Bang gang.
Kuno bangs for Magie, bangs for Mazda, bangs for Revachol.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
What?
Help! Pig's got Kuno!
Help! He's got the Kuno!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
Everybody!
Escalate, Kuno!
Pigs in here in Kuno! Somebody, please!
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason.
Reason. Tää ei oo hirveen looginen tää muksu kyllä. Sitä pitäis varmaan vaan lyödä. Mut se ei kyllä onnistu.
Help! Misters, help! He's flashing Kuno! He's showing his No one? Kuno's doing this because he
Help! The pig's gagging him! Kuno can't speak!
No!
The nearly psychopathic way they could slip in and out of the act implies you're not the first victim.
You put him up to this yourself.
Listen to your friend. Help! They are fucking logical. Help! The logical pig is fiddling Kuno.
Joo, lyödään vaan. Onnistu. Vittu millä.
Thump. The blow connects surprisingly well, leaving your knuckles tingling.
Vittu.
Officer, this is very far from normal police conduct.
Okay, pig. Kuno knows to respect that violent shit. You should see Kuno's dad. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything.
Toimi.
The creature behind the fence has fallen ominously silent. Only her eyes are alive, jumping from actor to actor.
Okay, pig. Talk to Kuno. We're back in this shit. The fuck do you want?
Harmi kun toi on noin paska vielä toi chance. Voiko tästä tallentaa? Ei. Se olisi ollut ehkä vähän liikaa.
Shitload, pig.
Don't tell the pig.
This is where you quickly ask him questions.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. Kuno's fuck gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away. Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gates. Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around
Kyllä värikästä kieltä.
cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows. So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gate. Ask him yourself.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry
Kuno
for
Day.
you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity now.
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also
Ääni mun
possible.
päässä sanoo, että mä saatan olla paranoid. Ehkä.
Fuck are you talking about? What is this?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing. This is Kuno's kingdom.
You hear the lieutenant hum.
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. Trying to make Kuno sing into the popo phone. Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road with... You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno was... I don't know. Mesk or... I don't know. Some other place.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in...
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis. And you don't...
Thanks, Kuno. That's one name you can now cross off the list.
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
Figure.
You're testing...
Get lost.
Toi olisi hyvä, jos ton saisi tehty, mut...
Kuno doesn't...
Guillaume Le Million.
Nyt on kova. Tää on ollut kyllä aika huikeet sekoilu.
Bad news. Guillaume Le Million did not become a cop. In 38, he went on a tour to the Sinyao province in Safre, where he died of autoerotic
Autoerotic
His body
asphyxiation.
was found hanging from a decorative dragon tree in his junior suite amid drug paraphernalia, unwholesome objects,
Huumeita,
and
hirttäytymistä ja
Sylvian Trader
runkkaamista.
single,
Ai että.
Wonderland skipping in the background. And yes, you can take this as a metaphor for Revachol in the 30s, and also as a warning.
Eniten kannattaa, kun vetetään läpi, ettei sekoilu enemmän. Ai jaa. Full blast. Pain threshold. Blood oxygen is boring. All psych learning caps raised by 1. Nice. Niin, replay vaan uudelleen.
Again.
Missä mä näen? Tuolla on skill points 2. Tähän siihen, niin et jaksaaks. Voisi itse asiassa koettaa kyllä vähän säästää noit. Eli tätä pystyy.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the
Näemme
hangman,
sultaan.
from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. It almost looks like the electronic patterns inside a radio computer or an old filament memory. But not quite. Gone.
Gone.
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance.
Aha.
Someone who knows about history could tell you.
Kyllä tää vaikuttaa, että siis kun tää vois niinku, mä luulen, että jos tekee ihan erityyppisen hahmon, niin nuo keskustelut varmaan menee ihan eri reittiin ja reittivalinnat menee ihan miten sattuu ja mä luulen, että tässä voisi olla aika paljonkin varmaan replay-valua, jos toki emme sitten tiedä, jos selvittää jotain asioita, että meneekö se sitten vähän hukkaa tai että ei tuli yllätyksellä. Kuin samaan reittiin ne asiat menee, vaikka sitten tekisikin eri tavalla. Noniin, nopat.
He's on you.
Boo. scam.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in. I'm going away for a long, long time.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Child, converse me.
Stay away from me, pig. I'll die before I squeal, pig. I come from the woods.
Mitä vittu?
You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing her. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the...
I'll die before I squeal. Murder was the case they gave me. I'll die before I what's this kid shit?
Get the fuck out of it.
So it's a girl.
Interesting.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Naisellisia. Nice people.
Fuck does Kuno care?
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him.
Trying to fuck at the Kuno. Trying to fuck at me. Trying to fuck. Kuno
gonna fuck you.
Normal is not what we got here. You've got to work with what you have for now.
Talked to Kuno S.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it? Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed. Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick...
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno.
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used
Thanks,
to be
Encyclopedia.
the first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno. Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind of gardening is done in March? Fish is sometimes used to fertilize the soil a few weeks before planting something. Maybe she was preparing the garden beds.
Yes, it was probably fish.
Yes, it seems
Mulla on joku
suspicious.
miljoona
You don't
täskiä
find
rullaamassa
things
samaan aikaan.
like that. Suspicious.
Don't be wondering about Kuno's shit, pig. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Why the fuck are you telling this shit to Kuno? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Kuno doesn't fucking care. Voitais käydä sieltä sisältä kysyä sitä avainta. Oli kello. Vielä kerkeä hetken pelaa. Ehkä se antaa meille se avaimen, kun me kiltisti kerrotaan, että se sen työntekijä tykkää siitä. Ei toi ovi auki.
Can I help you? Wait, what? But what about the bird? Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left.
She didn't break it. I did.
You broke the skewer!
I assure you it was him.
Why
Kiitti,
on
Kimi.
earth did you have to break the skewer?
It's a mystery.
I can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie.
Mysteeri.
Even worse, I thought she was trying to send me a message. Symbol of hope and all.
Sen takia mä oon heittänyt se seinään.
A tender type of hope. Something stirs in you. Perhaps this is why you broke it.
All right. Did she say anything else? About me, you know? Did she say anything about me? Really? I should give her a call then. Thanks, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted, or...?
We were
Yes.
sort of hoping there would be a gun, an expensive jewel, or at least
A sword
in it for you, if you deliver the message. Oh well.
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why.
Hei, me ollaan
And the
got
thing is,
Hobo
too,
Cup.
They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
Nothing stirs in me.
Prod at him and find out.
What if I told you I am a hobo?
What do you need them for?
Mikä toi on toi padke? Super ultra combo.
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Kiitos avaimista.
Yes. Have you got it?
Aha.
Like what? I was rarely enjoying talking about them.
Hei, sehän meni hyvin. Emote ruletti menossa. En kyllä nyt jaksa vielä jutella kokille. Spices, alcohol and tomato. Miksi toi ei näytä tota? Paras emote. Omega. BTTV. No mun mielestä...
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says...
Mun mielestä mulla oli ne jossain vaiheessa käytössä. Onkohan mulla vaan ne... Pitäis olla. Ai niin pitäis sekin selvittää kyllä. Siinä oli joku juttu, että... Mä en tiedä, olis ne lähtenyt pois. Niin mulla on toi Frankerface. Miksi mulla on BTTV? Oliko se, että siinä pitää jotenkin valita, mitkä sieltä ottaa käyttöön? Koska sit kun eikö se ollut Better TTV, millä silloin tehtiin alkuperäinen DJ Safkal emote? Niin sen takia mua niinku vähän ihmetyttää, että minkä takia sitä ei enää näy. You can cheer your own channel. Ajattelee cherrypikkaa mitä haluu. Niin. Petter TTV. Petter TTV settings. Anon chat. Bonus channel points. Props, moments. Blacklist keywords. Chat. Deleted messages. Emote. Enables more advanced emote menu for chat. Animated. Mulla pitäisi olla niinku tossa on. Chat settings. Emote menu. Niinku toi on se. Niin. Tuliko se nyt vasta näkyviin? Eikö se ollut aikaisemmin? Toi on niin, toi on se ainoa ja toi on se alkuperäinen, minkä mä tein. No mut hetkonen, mikä se oli? Petter TTV Global. Eikö näitä nyt voi muka käyttää? Eikö niin nää on näitä globaleja, mitä kaikki voi käyttää? Toimiiks tää? Toimii. Paitsi ei streamissä. Chatissa toimii. Petter TTV Global. Sulla näkyy vain teksti. Niin, mutta se pitää olla varmaan asennettuna se Petter TTV plugini. Tai se, niin. Ja sit mä en tiedä, jos sä katot joltain padilta tai mistä sä katot, niin toimiiks nää? Nääkin toimii. Ei, nice. Mut tuliks teillä näkyviin nyt toi PTTV-emote-juttu? Pystyttekö te spämmiin näitä globaaleja kanssa? Koska siis mulle ei näkynyt toi, mutta sit mä sain jotenkin tässä Opsissa laitettua sen päälle, niin nyt mä näen täältä ainakin näitä jotain. Ja mä pystyn spämmiin näitä. Niin, nää näitä global. Niin. Niin, ja sit jos sinne haluaa niitä joltain tietyiltä channeleilta, niin sit ne pitää. Pitää käydä cherrypikkaa niitä channelien. Siellä oli kai, että sinne sai joku 5 tai jotain. Mä muista, miten niitä etittiin. No joo. Ainakin ne jotenkuten käytössä.
With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Maybe you shouldn't.
Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobocop.
Hobocop.
That dumpster for extra content. Just the feeling. A warning from some part of you.
Nää, ovi
The smell
auki.
of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Kontsaa. Nyt on kyllä hyvä, kun silmäkulmassa pyörii toi partipärrätty. Musta tuntuu, että chatti liikkuu koko ajan. Koko ajan pakko katsoa toiselle näytölle.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this.
Used to what? Dumpster diving?
No, searching for evidence in the trash.
Ja sulla ei toimi se Kaija. No joo. Toimiks Tegu? Joo. Sit sulla ei varmaan remeä asenne.
Good practice for dumpster diving.
Niin kuin sitä just, että mäkin saisin tosta vaan.
A box
Sinne
falls
pitää
into
tosiaan
pieces
joo
in your
niin.
hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye.
No.
A pair of denim trousers.
Housut.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
Bag the trousers.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched.
Mulla toimii tossa sun viestissä toi.
The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Mulla tuli ihan tommonen kokonaan uusi emote-nappula. Niinku, ei toi chatti, perus chatti emote-nappula, vaan tuli tommonen toinen. Mulla on nyt 2 eri emote-nappulaa näkyvillä.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
No.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. Just garbage.
Garbage.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Yeah, we need to ask the kids who put them here.
The fuck's he on about, kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See? Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and this establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, what's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Onko se mun badge?
Something larger. A clipboard.
Ei.
A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
No, it can't be.
Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form. If you don't mind my asking, how could you have let your paperwork end up in the trash?
I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, that's why I tried to flush my cop life down the toilet.
Well, lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains. just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Dig in Hobocop style for extra content.
Wow. An Armistice caliber 50-notch cannon. Half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny. It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive. Not as expensive as that fat string of pearls snaking around the rotten banana peels, however. And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches
Tää
quite a
roskis alkoi
price.
vittuilee mulle.
We're talking 12,000. Easy. Unless you're into hi-fi yourself. That's too bad, because none of those things are actually in there. There's just food waste and crisp wrappings.
A cruel jest.
All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the Yellow Man frolicking in saffron.
An antique?
Only in its social sensibility. The container sounds a muffled gong.
Gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Yes.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
Copo type.
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Cool cop?
No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we?
I'm sorry. Opt in. What?
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be
Mä oon hobo cop. En mä sorry cop.
They'll be super, super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual Copo type from sorry to anything. Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced
Advanced interesting cop.
Liquid Shadow Cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go.
I'm sorry.
Yes, yes, impotent rage and lamentation. Let's wrap it up? No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance.
Nyt tossa. No, I'm really not sorry. Fuck off.
Wow. Okay. Fuck off. Maybe we were wrong about you then.
I'm not sorry, cop. Interact.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
Look at all that content. Oh no.
What are you going to say about a broken, tossed away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
The mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to mask my bad-ass hustling, i.e. fraud and embezzlement. This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work. Just finish your case, detective.
Okay.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Thank you, waterlogged ledger,
For spelling it out
for us.
Inspect the toilet paper.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Leave it there. It's cool.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and Voila, the ledger now looks marginally better. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. Looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility outside the right circumstances.
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property. It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by
station address.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved.
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken.
Not completed,
mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average. What do you mean? Is that all?
That's it?
The notebook is annual. It says 51 on what remains of its cover.
Me ollaan tutkittu 10 minuuttia roskiksesta tyykattua tämmöstä clipboardia.
To a previous volume. In short, there was more.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes. Two? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
A nice brisk pace.
I prefer a normal caseload. It's a matter of method.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from Snoop fiction and Vespertine cop show staples.
I don't wanna...
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
Solvable.
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout.
The murder at the hookah parlor.
It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Oh no.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
That's the one.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, So do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
He did it.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
Commit to paper.
Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event. The ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It will do, barely. But the lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large-caliber bullets on an ammo belt. He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
Know that I give this to you with resentment.
Commit to
The
paper.
tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash freehand, uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Get the body down. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. You're a swashbuckler with that pen, Harry, and it feels good. Feels like completion.
Harmi, että meillä ei ole ihan hirveästi moraalia.
Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the Citizens Militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
No, actually. Any ideas?
Shit on a stick. The Hanged Man. The Furies are at home in the mirror. Tää on nyt The Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. I'm going to start calling it The Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Onks tää white check? Oh.
It's proving
Mitä?
harder than expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor to patch the quilt back together.
Buu, olis pitänyt tallentaa tossa välissä. Millä tää aukeaa? Put skill points into logic to open this white check. No sit pitää tehdä sit just niin. Mut niin hetkonen, mistä? Millä saa sitä moraalia lisää? Tästä saa vissiin helttiä tästä endurancesta. Mutta onko se tää? Keep your morale. Joo, se on varmaan tää. Koska tää voisi ottaa kyllä 1 pojan. Ja sit tohon voisi ottaa toisen. Koska nyt meillä on moraalia 2, niin me ei kuolla sit ihan heti, kun käy vähänkin hassusti.
Hobocop.
Hobocop.
Technically, you wouldn't be a cop anymore, but a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventures. But who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar? The old l'Assommoir? To the pier or the sewers? To Le Royaume, where for 300 years they interred the dead. You could plunder royalist crypts for long-forgotten triple malt bourbon, then fight the Aramakan beast that lurks the bottommost sepulchres. The secrets of the city are all yours at last.
Mitä siitä sai? Reveals extra special collector's edition tear bottles on the map. Tare. More money from selling tare. Learning cap for shivers raised to 6. Nice. Itse me rupeaa olemaan näitä questeja. Sing karaoke. Mitä kello? Ei fuck. Mikä tää?
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched. Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream.
So need to mag it sideways?
Mag it sideways? What are you talking about? You need to mag it up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already, and the only prescription is insane amounts of magnesium. Yes, if you want to live, you need to evolve. You need to transcend the carbon barrier. Go to the apothecary and buy insane amounts of magnesium. It will reverse the damage to your circulatory system.
Tai sitten. Mihin tää meni tää? Ja, kamera flippas. Tää ei se slow on kans tämmönen. No shakes. Mitä mun piti? Mun piti kokeilla selvittää tää vielä, ennen kuin mä lopetan. 92%, kyllä nyt pitäis toimia. No niin.
You find a way to piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. HDB41, date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120117000, the next world mural. Why, yes, your precinct number is 41. Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials. Yeah.
Nope.
It takes about half an hour to piece one together using the system you've devised. Where do you want to
tässä voi rupea polttaa tätä aikaa, jos haluaa. The couch in an unexpected location. Eikö me pitäisi selvittää murder at the hookah parlor?
Murder. Tum 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 at the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead, of circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the hookah parlor. Beaten to death by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner J.M., only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented in your case files. Stop stalling and get to the murder at the hookah parlor.
Right.
Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve. Was doing it solo. Said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister. Was on it for, like, a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills. Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor. Tough case, he said. Toughest he's ever had. No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey. Still, he'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. That murderer vanished into thin air. That goddamn hookah parlor was all he talked about. Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day.
Really cool.
Yeah, really lame. So anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in there. Only client that day. In perfect health, too. Some kind of movie producer. No one enters. No one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam, he's dead on the floor with his skull busted open, blood everywhere. What happened? How can it be? Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin. Movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Table's low, heavy, really sharp edge. See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply, and you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom. Yeah, he liked his hookah. Stephen was his name. Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know.
Oi boy.
Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was Murder at the Hookah Parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective, and about 30 minutes has passed, piecing it together.
Next. Ehkä me voidaan palata
Much has
tähän.
changed in the meanwhile.
Se oli helppo
A bunch
keissi.
of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Mä luulen, että mä joudun varmaan lopettaa tämän striimaamisen, ja me pitää käydä tää ledgeri loppuun joskus muulloin. Tuosta lähti Cyber Flareiin. Ja sitä lähti noista. Jos ottaa kengät ja housut pois, niin voi hyppää katolta. Life Lessons with aamukahvi. Sitten olisi vielä yksi pojo. Katsotaan tarviiks meillä lisää sitä tohon vai ei. Vois käydä hyppää. Ei tarvis mennä huomenna töihin. Oi. Jusisteena tai paitan. Mä mietin, että kun mulla on noin mun ovettaa, tai noin kaapiovet. Niin vois tehdä semmosen jyrkijuliste ja sit toi toinen juliste vois olla tommonen mietelause. Jos ottaa kengät ja housut pois, voi hypätä katolta. Mut joo, tallennetaan. Save game. New save. It is saved. In many ways. Milloin tulee jyrki-julisteita myyntiin? Jaa. Ehkä ei koskaan. Ehkä joskus. Sitten kun mä rupean maalaamaan niitä. Tai yhtä kappaletta kuitenkaan jaksa tilaamista. Mut joo. Tämähän vaikutti yllättävän hyvältä. Mä en ihan hirveästi tiennyt tästä. Mä vaan kuullut, että jengi on tykännyt, niin jos suositella, että pitää pelaa, niin sitten pelattiin. Ja mä voisin kuvitella, että ainakin haluan pelata tämän loppuun, että varmaan nyt sitten tätä seuraavat X-striimi. Nyt mä lopetan. Hei hei hyvästi ja hyvää yötä.